Okay, we move on to another concept, unchanged variable. This time we're talking about multiples. Question 8. In a computer game, Spider-Woman had twice as much life force as Batman. After Spider-Woman was poisoned and used up 112 units of her life force, Batman had 3 times as much life force as Spider-Woman. How much life force did Spider-Woman have at first? So I'm going to use a model to solve this as well. So we know that at first, Spider-Woman is going to be 3 times as much as Batman. So you have thrice and then once. But we know nothing is happening to Batman. So Batman is going to remain as it is. But in the end, what happens is Batman is considered 3 times as much as Spider-Woman. That means I need to cut Batman into 3 equal parts. And then Spider-Woman will take just 1 part. Okay? Therefore, if this is cut into 3, all this must be cut into 3 as well. Okay, so I'm cutting Batman into 3 now. Therefore, I must cut this into 3, this into 3, this into 3. And then Spider-Woman, you remove that 1 and 3 here. Okay, so this is the part that is 112 units, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. Okay, so 112 you divide by 8, each one is 14 units of life force. So Spider-Woman at first, you need 9 of them. So 14 times 9, 126 units of life force. Question 9. Mena had $96 and Jerry had $162 at first. After Mena bought a Hello Kitty doll, Jerry had 3 times as much money as Mena. What was the cost of the Hello Kitty doll? Alright, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to draw the after model this time just to show you the difference, and then I'm going to work backwards into the before model. Okay, so the after model is Jerry is 3 times as much as Mena. So you see I've got 3 there and Mena is 1. Okay, what we also know is there is no change to Jerry and we have given Jerry that $162. Therefore, you can actually calculate what is in one box. You divide by 3, you get $54. So actually, Mena in the end, she has $54. And we know Mena at first is $96. Therefore, if that is the case, $96 minus her $54 left, that balance is what she paid for the Hello Kitty. So 96 minus $54, that will be $42. Question 10. Madam Rosner baked some pies. She baked 120 more pies to sell than to give to her relatives. After selling 150 pies, there were thrice as many pies to give to her relatives as the balance that's left for sale. How many pies did Madam Rosner bake altogether? Okay, so you know that one part of it is to sell, one part of it is to give. And we did not talk about giving, we only talk about selling 150. Okay, so after selling the 150, you now end up with this model in which the ones that you're giving is 3 times, the one that you sold is left 1 time, right? So I'm going to add back the 150 pies. So when you add back the 150 pies that were sold, we are now able to put in the other part where it tells you she baked 120 more to sell than to give. Alright? So if that's the case, then what we want to do is I'm going to take 150 and minus 120. It turns out I will get the numbers over here. That will give me 30 over here. You can divide by 2 to get you 15. Alright, so now we are able to calculate how many pies Madam Rosner actually baked altogether. Because you have 15 here, you have 150, you actually know that you have 165 for sale. You know that you have 15, 15, 15, 45 to give to the relatives. Everything you add together. Okay, so 165 for sale. And then you have 45 for relatives. The total, 165 plus 45 is 210.